Hi, this is Devin Hobb with Remax from UtahRealEstate101.com. I wanted to give you a market update as well as kind of my prediction on 2017 and what's going to happen based off a couple of stats. So I'll dive right in and get my head out of the way here. So here's what Utah is doing. This is Utah County and Salt Lake County stats. I just pulled them from our MLS, and I got rid of condos because they had a lending rule that really tanked their values during the recession that wasn't applicable to anything else. So I didn't want to necessarily have the lending rule built into this that caused those values to tank. So anyway, twin homes, townhomes, single family. From the year 2000, you could see things were pretty steady, and the average sale price, the median sale price, meaning the most sold home, was for like 140. And then in the 2000s, it went up to 216. That's quite the climb. And then 2007 came, 2008 was the tipping point, and then it dropped. September 2008 is when the Lehman Brothers tanked. So that's that. And so at our bottom in 2011, our median sale price was around 170, and then we've recovered and climbed up to 250,000 is our median most sold price in Utah County and Salt Lake County as of third quarter of last year. We haven't came out with fourth quarter stats yet. But anyway, the homes are selling around 250,000 now. The last peak was 216. You could either look at that and think we're about to dive, or based off of a couple other things, I'm confident we're gonna actually keep appreciating, and in the long run, we're gonna be very, very steady and a good place to be. So let's go over to this news that came out Tuesday this week. It's December 21 right now, and 2016. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, estimates released Tuesday, Utah's population grew over 2% from July 2015 to July 2016. So that makes Utah the fastest growing state as far as percentage. I think we had somewhere around 60,000 new people in the year 2016, or at least during that time. And so anyway, we're the fastest growing state. Then you got Nevada and Idaho, Florida, and Washington. For the investors out there, Florida is probably one of the best investments right now because their average sale price is only 158 in Orlando and Jacksonville, and obviously it's growing. And so anyway, that's just a really low price. They never really recovered for some reason, but it'll recover soon. Anyway, enough about Florida. I wanted to compare. So can we keep affording these prices? Yes, because other places are much more expensive. And here's what the interest rates are doing. So back in the 80s, you could see that the interest rates, the lowest they ever got was like 4. And then they went way up, which everybody's mom and dad, or depending on the generation I'm speaking to, everybody remembers when they were buying homes with 19 or 18% interest rates. You hear about that. And then it came down, and since the 90s, we've been averaging around 6. So you could see here, when the market shot up during the last boom, they dropped their rate from 6 all the way down to 2. This is the Federal Reserve. 2 is the lowest it's ever been, ever. And then it seemed like overnight, it's almost like they purposely tanked the market. They went up to 5. It went from 2 to 5 in like 2 years. And you'd think 5 is sustainable, but it just wasn't. And a lot of other things combined tanked the market, and they were held at 0.25% from 2008 all the way till this year, 2016. And then they raised it a couple times, and you can see here after the elections, right after the elections, November, like the week of, they raised it finally up to, then they've just been raising it. So anyway, up to whatever this is, 0.5%, now 0.75. So obviously, love him or hate him, people are a little bit more confident in Trump's presidency, it seems like, or at least, I don't know. It was like right after he was elected that now the Fed's going up, and that's actually good. Had it been here, then our home sales would just skyrocket too much, and it'd be unhealthy. So anyway, hopefully we'll see continual appreciation growth, and I think other marketplaces are going to level out. I think they are going to level out with the Federal Reserve trying to hit a more neutral spot. So other places like California and other ones that are already too expensive, they're going to have to level out. But with that news and combined with incredible job growth, we're always in the top ranking states for job growth, and now we're the fastest growing combined. I think even though the Federal Reserve will be raising their rate a little bit, we'll probably see ourselves in the 4s and maybe in the 5s by the end of the year, or end of 2017. Probably 2018 will be 5. We'll probably be in the 5% range for a home mortgage, is what I would think. And I think that will be all right. We have good paying jobs here, and so anyway, I think our home prices are going to continue to rise, and our supply and demand is going to be huge. You can see here, sorry, I'm switching around. The black line is the amount of homes sold. During the last peak, it was 12,000 homes sold per quarter in Utah County and Salt Lake County. Now we're 13,000 homes per quarter. But if 60,000 people a year are moving here, then obviously, what is that, half roughly, a little less than half of all the homes being sold are being sold quarterly to people that are not from Utah. And that's awesome. That's incredibly healthy for our economy and our real estate projections. And now you'll look around and you'll see lots of new construction everywhere. You might be thinking, man, we're just building too much. And here in Utah, no, because you obviously just saw how many new people are moving here. We don't even have enough homes to sell to them. So building is good. What you're looking at here is from the census, census.gov. These are all homes by the thousands. So this is actually 1.3 million. Back in 1968, 1.3 million brand new homes were built and finished. Okay, so you can see 1,300 with 1.3 million, 1.7 million, 1.5 million, and then in our real bubble, it was 1.9, 1.9, 1.5. Seemed like builders were catching on that maybe things would slow down. So all-time highs, never hit 1.9 million. Brand new constructed homes that were built. So then we crashed in 2008, and then 706, 5, and again in Utah, 2011 was our lowest, and apparently in the nation as well, and it's gone 6, 7, 8, 9. We're almost back to 1 million. But you could see through our recovery, new construction has not been overbuilding. In fact, we're underbuilding. And so for the nation, the demand is not there for new builds. And I don't know what to make sense of all this. I'm doing this on the fly, but the demand overall is not necessarily there for new builds. It's not where it needs to be. But you can drive down any road in Utah and see brand new homes going up left and right. Again, props to Utah for doing so good with the economy and making it an appealing place to live. And so obviously we're doing great. We have a shortage of inventory. We don't have very many homes to sell. And in the recession, I didn't have this number on here because it was too much, but in the recession, the amount of homes that were for sale was like way up here. I mean, so basically double the amount of homes that were actually selling, or not in the last peak. In 2006 and 7, the amount of homes that were for sale were much more than what was selling, and now we're about equal. So we kind of have a shortage. We're almost 1 for 1 as far as listings to sales. And so anyway, our market's looking good. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, at least buying a home, you're probably good to get going on that before rates go up and prices continue to go up. And if you're thinking of selling, obviously you got to go move somewhere. So if you're moving out of state, you're probably going to do pretty well on your sale side here. If you're staying in state, then you can maybe be strategic about which areas you go to maybe not have to trade down but still get a good price. I've helped some people do that. Moving from Lehigh, they made a lot of money and just went over to Pleasant Grove where it's not as much, still got a bigger home for about the same as they sold their smaller home. So anyway, you can still be smart about it. Anyways, Merry Christmas in a few days. Merry Christmas, and hope that this market update was helpful.